Q&A. So we'll actually pull in. I'm actually having. Let me ask the questions which actually are there. First question is to Archana. Like during the demo, we saw sources and scan. Can we use if data is spread across platforms like Google Cloud, Dropbox, etc.?
Sure, Santosh. So what you have seen is endpoint or local systems, but the platform even supports cloud. But most of the companies, if you see, they store the data in the OneDrive, SharePoints, Google, Dropbox, Zoho Workspaces. So we provide integrations and it can scan. And that mentioned one more thing I would like to mention is the data is safe. The scanner runs in their infrastructure, not in the Assertive won't take any personal data while scanning it. So it runs in their system, which is very safe. Only the metadata is shown in the Assertive platform. So for your question, the integrations are possible. And yeah.
Thank you, Archana. We have a special question here. How does the data breach come into notice? You can like this particular point. I want to ask Aruna. So, could you please look to take this up, please?
Can you repeat the question? How
Yeah,
does
I'm
data
repeating it. How does the data breach come into notice?
come into notice? Okay.
Yeah.
So see, there are different ways, right, to get to know about the data breach. So either your organization, your employees will notice the data breach. All right. Otherwise, people from outside will see the data breach. Right. So as I have given the example in the beginning itself, the hospital data was leaked, through social media. People have noticed it, right? So once they notice, they can report it to the organization. Means they can report it first to the organization, in this case the hospital. If hospital is not responding them or not giving the remedy, then they can approach DPB, data protection board. And if the severity is more, if it is impacting people more, they can directly approach high court and supreme court as well. As I said, this is a fundamental right, right? So yeah, anyone can see data breach and report it to the data fiduciary first. Okay. And so moto action can be also taken by the court, even if you are not saying it, but somebody else is saying it and reporting it to the court can take action, and they can impose penalties in that case.
Just to add to that, Santosh, so yesterday
Yep.
Aruna was mentioning about even customers and vendors can notice. So
Correct,
that
correct.
is one major source where the data breaches, because employees, so junior employees or any staff who doesn't have full knowledge on how this process has to be implemented may mistakenly share any personal data, or they are not trained, they don't follow processes. They can leak the data, and whoever the customer in their agreements or privacy or consent notices have agreed not to share X element of data, but that is being shared. So that is also a data breach.
Yeah. And yes, I'll again would like to add, so data auditors, data auditors can also see this breach. Anyone can see this breach. Okay. They might get impacted by that breach directly or indirectly. So data principal, data fiduciaries, data auditors, regulatory authorities, your courts, anyone can see this breach and take action.
Oh, so there are like lot of routes for this now. So you won't like mention like there are a lot of ways actually a data breach could happen with or without intention. Also, is like very hard to actually take it up. So next question I have for Mr. Sharad. Sir, like from a CSCS perspective, how can we position DPDPA as an advisory opportunity rather than just another compliance requirement?
So, as I mentioned, for professionals, it could be a new service line. And what I feel is there are so many elements to DPDP compliance as such, right? So, One is the platform itself, but there are many service layers for lawyers or even chartered accountants, company secretaries. For that matter, the policies have to be drafted very clearly, right? The privacy policies have to be drafted, redrafted possibly. So that I see a role to be played. Employee trainings, right? That could be one area where I see professionals handling a major part. Consulting is one major part, and they could also get themselves involved in the entire implementation process as well, right? So, and these are the good thing about DPDP as a service line is the monitoring is continuous, right? It is not a one-time affair. So it is recurring revenue for professionals like chartered accountants, company secretaries, and lawyers. And I think, I'm sure everybody agrees, recurring money is good money, right? So there is, so that way, I think I see them play a major role because for business owners or founders, right? When it is compliance, when anything related to compliance, right, we always try and reach out to the chartered accountants, company secretaries, or lawyers. So these are the professionals whom we turn to when it comes to compliance. So I see them playing a major role. So and also this, as I mentioned, because it is a recurring revenue, I think it will be very, very fruitful for them as well.
Yeah, as you rightly touched the point, because any money guru will actually accept it, will not say no for this, because everyone says if your money works for you, that is, there is nothing better than that.
Absolutely. Agreed.
Yes. So, thank you, participants. Like you, this slide actually is available till 5:30. You can actually take your stand on that. And with this, we actually wrap up today as about moving DPDPA from awareness to action. Because compliance isn't that documented, it's about done what you actually can do. Thank you for all our speakers, panelists for taking time and actually clearing all our doubts, questions, and giving us a good insight on it. And to all our participants who have actively participated in all this throughout the session. I've actually loved it today. We hope you leave this with clarity and, more importantly, a clear next step. With that, it's me, Santosh Kumar Ponnuru, your moderator today, signing off. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
Santosh. Thank
Have
you.
a
Thanks
great
for having
time.
us.